Hi, Sulis. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. So thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I am going to say this. Why is it that our Hispanics, Latinos are not out there trying to speak up for themselves or trying to do the right thing for themselves? Because so far you all can see what is going on. But they will never stand up for themselves. In the end, they will still look for a way to blame Black people for their problem. Last I checked, they know who their oppressors are, but they are trying to be in alignment with them, trying to amplify their racism or their racist, and they are using them as an experiment. Because tell me how a brown person will think that he is white and acting so proud when he is supposed to be in community with people that look like him to look for a way to sort their problem. In the end, they turn around and say it's Black people. How? You all will keep, you are asking Black people for help, at the same time turning around to insult them. The fact that I am not seeing you people creating awareness, talking about what is going on, talking about how it will be okay for you, you are waiting for people to come and speak for you. You all are not yet ready. With the situation of this country and how they are deporting you people, you all said the only thing that is very important to you is N word. How can an N word be the only thing that is important to you? That is to tell you how shallow minded you people are. Let's get into this.
Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Well, not for all of us. But anyway, quick question. Latinos, y'all have all this smoke for us who has no power to send you anywhere, to take away anything from you. But y'all got all the puff puff for us. But y'all church mouse quiet on these white Africans they just brought in here. Huh? Uh-huh. I haven't heard a peep out of y'all about these South Africans who happens to be Caucasian that they're replacing you with. Yeah, see, it looks like they were ushering you guys out so they could move these guys in because their complexion is for, they have the complexion for the protection. So, you out there. Where's the smoke? I've even heard white people get on here, and I heard them last night. Ooh, they had a mouthful for those South Africans. They said they not welcome here. This came from white folk. They told them they not welcome here. They called them lazy. They said they do not want to sit up and have to take care of them, and they're going to be getting temporary housing and long-term housing. Who was getting all that? Oh, yeah. So it looks like the farmers aren't the only ones they bamboozled. I just don't understand how y'all have so much hostility toward us, the ones who were trying to educate you on what was really going on. Y'all got so much hatred and disdain for us. But you coloring up to your enemies. Yeah, you're trying to appease your enemies. You want to say, we like you. We not like them. Well, them is through with you. So all you have is them. And they're showing you what they feel about you by wiping you out of here and replacing you with white South Africans and all the benefits and privilege they were giving you. Plus, looks like they're going to fast track them. Looks like they're going to fast track their immigration status. Yeah, their refugee status is going to be probably rushed through. You know how it takes y'all forever? They'll probably be official by next month. Oh, and I heard another little tidbit. I heard that the first South Africans that they have arrived, that they are moving them to Iowa. Yeah, farm state. Anyway, Latinos, I'm really disappointed. Y'all supposed to be, this big boisterous, united community who always stands up. Where are you? Where are you? Why aren't y'all standing up for yourselves? Why aren't y'all going off on the powers that be like y'all go off on us, who has no power to affect your lives? Evidently, we don't. Even our influence has no effects on you. So, you're hating the wrong people, honey. You're hating the people you should be allying, who you should be an ally to. Because we've been there, we've done that. They can't trick us the way they trick y'all. But, hey, to each his own. I just am sitting here waiting for your videos to pop up where y'all going off like y'all normally do about us or on us. I'm just waiting for y'all to have that same energy for the Trump administration. So until then, I will vote for Donald Trump. Have a good one, y'all.
The reason why non-black people come to the United States and immediately exhibit signs of anti-blackness is because they are told and they believe that as long as they can assimilate to the dominant culture of white supremacy, that will make them closer to whiteness. That will get them closer to whiteness. And not only does that occur internationally because anti-blackness is global, it occurs domestically as well. So they believe that if they come over here, they have to, and they believe it. They believe these things that are being told of them of black people the whole time we built this country. Whole time it won't be none of y'all without us, quite literally. Not figuratively. But y'all get told that the closest that y'all can get to whiteness is through the pipeline of white supremacy. That's why you have Indians who are 80 shades darker than me hating black people. That's why you have a black man on this app telling Hispanics y'all can't say the N-word, and then his comments talking about fried chicken. Fried chicken, that is a stereotype of African Americans. Who told y'all that? Let's talk about it. Who told you that? Who taught you that? Because y'all choose to assimilate. Because y'all choose to take the dominant culture and forget everything that y'all got going on with y'all culture and take the dominant culture and run with it. And y'all so damn dumb and y'all don't and indoctrinated. Y'all don't understand when y'all have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. Y'all have been hoodwinked and bamboozled and tricked into hatred, and look at what y'all going through now. And y'all the same people that call on black people to save y'all. We told y'all on November 5th we weren't saving y'all. And we made that promise to y'all, and we've kept it for months. Keep our names out y'all mouths, because y'all have been hoodwinked and love it. Y'all love to be indoctrinated because maybe it makes y'all feel a sense of patriotic sense of, oh, let's exhibit white supremacy. Let's hate on black people because that's what the world do. That's what the world does. Y'all gonna see that he who laughs first laughs last. But y'all choose whiteness. Y'all choose assimilation. And that's y'all problem. The majority of Latinos in this country are racist. And I don't care how many racist things y'all say, how many racist things y'all do, you will never be white. You will never be white. And the fact that y'all look at whiteness as supreme and superior is the problem. No amount of assimilation to white culture is going to ever make them accept you, like you, want you, or look at you as one of theirs. The fact that you think whiteness is superior is your problem.
Man, stop acting like you niggas don't be the ones that be allowing and encouraging these people outside of our race to say the N-word religiously. Like, so let's just wrap this 100 Hispanics versus the N-word up. Y'all, cause y'all really could have added Hispanics and white for real, cause the amount of white people that I heard saying the N-word now is crazy, especially if they a snow bunny or a white bear. Like, for sure. So that's how I know you niggas is literally allowing this, because they'll just randomly come up to a nigga that they don't know at all, never talk to, and just randomly say nigga like it's like a part of their everyday vocabulary. So I'm knowing in my mind that he has to be getting allowed to say this shit around other black people that he's around, because there's no way he this comfortable. Like, you hear the people from New York all the time, they be talking about how they grew up around the blacks and shit, so they really feel like they a part of the culture, so they feel like they could say it too. So like, let's keep this stuff a buck, bruh. You heard Cardi B talk about how she grew up in the Bronx and shit, so she really feel like she a nigga. No, baby, you ain't no nigga. Like, then they always want to hit you with that, but we're brothers. No, nigga, we're not brothers. I have a whole brother and he's not you, bruh. So no, we're not brothers. But yeah, y'all can wrap that shit up, because y'all niggas is the main ones that be allowing these people to say the N-word religiously, bruh, with no type of consequences. Now, you got certain niggas here and there that be checking them on this stuff, which is me, because I be looking like the bad guy whenever I check their ass on it, like I done said or did something wrong, because they so used to being allowed to say it. Like, no, nigga, you not saying this around me. Like, and I'm gonna make sure you don't. And then, just like this old white bitch I had to drive like a couple days ago, and she was drunk too. She started randomly saying the N-word while I'm driving her and shit. I'm like, yeah, you gonna have to stop saying that word and shit. And she was like, well, her little play toy, cause she was messing with some little college kid that was like the coach of the Colorado team up in Boulder and stuff. And she was like, he allows me to say this shit all the time. I'm like, bitch, I'm not him. I don't know what the fuck y'all be thinking, but that's why I be saying y'all just be allowing them to say this shit, bro. I'm not one of them niggas. You not saying that shit around me. If you not a nigga, you not a nigga. So you not finna say nigga all around me, unless I just like really mess with you like that, and I could see it ain't no ill will behind them words. And even still,
Black people, bear with me, this might be long. The 100 Hispanics versus not saying the N-word is not shocking. Listen up. What I say next is a summary of two different explanations by two different people. One was from a Mexican from Mexico, and two is from a Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico. The Spanish created this, and the Portuguese created this thing called La Casta in Spain before they came to the Americas to colonize. That caste system places white Spanish Europeans at the top of the caste, and the darker you get, the more towards the bottom of the caste you are. The same way slavery informs our ethos here as black people, La Casta is part of what informs the ethos of all Hispanic people across all the different Spanish colonies in Central, South America, and the Caribbean. Listen up, because the next part of what I say is very important. These people feel like they can say the N-word because their experiences, regardless of what their skin tone is, dictates that they've had a, quote, black experience. But twisted part is, if you ask them if they are black, they will identify themselves with their national identity, because colonial brainwashing is a very real thing. And then they will say they are Afro-Mexican, Afro-Cuban, Afro-this, Afro-that. I'm not saying that this is right, but this is how some of these people think. That's why a lot of them got like a ethno or racial dysmorphia, because while they come here, they can identify with the culture, they can't identify completely with the people because, again, La Casta. And two, they're always separated by the culture that they received and have been indoctrinated in from whatever colony that they come from. A lot of these people feel emboldened to say the N-word because they do not consider themselves white unless they are a white Hispanic. But most of them cannot identify with the blackness because that puts them, again, at the bottom of La Casta. That's why they could turn around and be racist, even after saying the N-word and using it amongst themselves. It ain't right, but here we are.
This is all I got from this video, and the fact that a lot is going wrong today, and the only thing Hispanics are very much concerned about is how to say the N-word. Sincerely speaking, I have never, somebody that his house is burning, right? Instead of him to look for a way to save his property and all that, he is busy chasing the cat or chasing a rat. Does that make any sense? No. Where you expect them to go out and do something meaningful, do something reasonable for themselves, they will not. They will still look for a way to hurt black people. for being the cause of the problem. With everything this administration is doing to them, they are not talking about it. They are not going out to fight for themselves. They are not raising awareness. But every day we come online, what do we hear? Black people this, black people that. How do we say the N-word? How do we not say the N-word? It's very disgusting. When you left what is important to chase what it's not, you are mad that you are not saying the word. Why do you have to say the word? And I saw a video of a man saying that black people, like, even though they say it all over, why is it that they've taken it like a coach? Like, can you shut up? Shut up. They are deporting your people. Look for a way to save yourself. Look for a way to do something meaningful. Look for a way to impact. Black people are not your problem. You know who your real problems are. But you will never face your problem. You will never face your fear. You will never stand up for yourself. In the end, you tell us it is not in your culture to speak. It is not in your culture to talk. It is in black people's culture to talk. Black people are actually done with you people. So go and do the needful. If you say you aren't going to do the needful, eventually it's going to haunt you and come back, and you will still do what you are supposed to do. You all be playing too much on this app. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.